Alright, so today we're going to Let's Play Driver for the Game Boy Color. I'm Cougar Draven, and I'll be... well, you'll see. In this run, I do use cheats. I'm sorry, I realize it's not exactly appreciated to use cheats, but in this case, well, you'll see I'm a terrible driver anyway, so this is mostly for fun, so I'm not trying. In this video, I'm going to get through the first Miami things. First, we have the bank job. Get to the bank. I will get to the bank. How long can I make without hitting somebody? About that long. Alright. You'll notice that I'll check my maps every once in a while because I need to, because, I mean, look at this. This is a run without checking maps, and I don't know where the fuck I'm going. So, I mean, it's a simple game. You drive, it's a lot, how to describe it? They made a version of it for the PC and for the PlayStation, and that version had 3D models. Good God, I drove like shit. This version has a top-down view, there are fewer. Your damage meter is a lot less robust. There's no visible damage on the cars because it's the Game Boy Color. What do you expect? And yet somehow it still has better graphics than Driver 2 and Driver 3. I play tested them, and see, there we go. I'm checking my map. I've play tested them, and they're absolutely terrible. I can't understand how people do this. How they thought it was an okay thing to. It's something I don't understand. I just don't get it. But anyway, I mean, this is a simple mission. You're given a timer down on the bottom. The arrow points you in the general direction of where you're going. And if you know the cities well enough, you can usually judge, where you're at by what direction the arrow is pointing in your surroundings. It gets to that point later in the Miami missions where I can tell where I am on a road just by the things on the left side, whether I'm by a dock or by a sandbar or whatever the hell else you call it. And of course, you'll notice I drive into everything. That is just the way I am. First mission down. Next mission, hide the evidence. This one's a simple one. In this case, normally you start with a felony bar. Since I turned that off, you don't. It's just to get from point A to point B. One of these days, I'll probably, for my own amusement, play through Driver without the cheats on and see what happens. And I'll tell you what happens. I'm not gonna do very well. Let's put it that way. This does get to be a boring game to play. It really does. I mean, if you're playing without the cheats on, I mean, with the cheats on, it's boring. If you're playing without the cheats on, you do have to deal with other cars and you have to drive a little better. But I mean, I look at it as a really big demolition derby. That's all I see about it. It's one big car destruction fest, and I like that. I appreciate it, and it makes the game fun for me. But again, that's just me. I'm, well, mostly crazy. So, there is that to be said. I almost didn't do this. I almost deleted the video and went away because I won't lie. I've been watching a lot of Red Super videos, their backlog and stuff, and I absolutely love the guys. They're funny. They're great. They've got great senses of humor, and I don't know. I just yeah, that was great. I'm the best driver. I'm the world's best driver, and you can't tell, but I'm brilliant. Another fun fact is these first 3 missions, this game is almost a carbon copy of the PC and PlayStation 1 version of the game. Almost. Oh yeah, this is, well, you'll see. this one goes to show that even though I've got cheats on, I'm still not, you know, perfect at this game. You'll notice this one has a timer that counts down instead of up. So the goal of this one is to you chase a boat down, but you don't really chase the boat. You just drive down to where you know he's going to be. If you don't know what you're doing, this is a ridiculously difficult part of the game, because most of the time you're actually pointing directly directly away from where you want to go. This was my mistake. I wasn't watching the timer, and I had the arrow in sight, but I still screwed up. Failed the mission. You can do that. Yeah, that was a mistake too. Anyway, here we go. But yeah, I've been watching a lot of Etsuplay videos, and they're funny guys, and I love watching the videos, and I love, you know, just laughing along with them, but I don't know, I can't help but be paranoid that I'm gonna get through all of this. I'm gonna get through, you know, 45 minutes of driver play, 3 videos, and I'm gonna be working on something else, and then I'm gonna find out that these guys have, you know, mocked me mercilessly in front of, you know, everybody. Because I recognize I'm not the world's best video gamer. I'm not. I'm not the world's best at talking in front of a camera. I really know I'm not at that. I've got many friends who will vouch for me on that. I'm just not. I don't know. I'm not as good as I'd like to be, and I'd like to use this as a platform to get better. Hopefully, in time, I'll get better at playing certain games, and I'll get better at the, you know, the dynamic of talking to a microphone in people I can't even see. I don't know. And of course, probably nobody's going to even watch this, because that's the way things go. Nobody's going to watch it. The people who do watch it probably aren't going to comment on it. The people who do comment on it are probably going to be the people that would want to watch it in the first place. I get that. Also, you'll notice this, I'm really bad with the start menu. Every time I hit the start menu, I end up, almost hitting exit by mistake, because they made the A button the exit button. That's the one I don't understand. There's the B button, there's the start button. There are many buttons. I guess not. It's a Game Boy Color, it only had 4 buttons. But there's A, B, start, and select. The A button is the accelerate button. Why you would also have that be the exit button is beyond me, because you're likely to want to start accelerating right away once you exit the menu. It doesn't make sense to me. I will say that this game is really ridiculously boring. I don't know. I had thought about maybe running through some of the mini games as a 4th bonus video, but unless somebody actually wants me to do them, I'm not going to bother. And I doubt anybody's going to want me to do it, because really this is boring. At least my next project that I've already got almost half recorded is going to be a lot better. Christ almighty, I'm a terrible driver. See, I just T-boned the cop. No. I don't understand. How can I be this bad of a driver? Good job. Go around the block where the restaurant is at. You know, if I had only 10 seconds left to go, that would have been a big mistake. I should have failed that mission like 6 different ways. Okay, this one, you can't hit anything with the car, right? You can't have any damage on the car when you show up at the end of the mission, which is way the fuck up there. Also, you'll notice the timer's counting down. So what's the first thing I do? Boom! T-bone son of a bitch. That's right. And then stop. And then stop some more. And then hit somebody else. Well, clearly I don't have any damage on the damage meter, so damage must be safe in this case, right? That makes perfect sense. And clearly I'm as excellent of a driver as I always have been. It's gonna be great. I don't even know. I don't even know what to say about this. You know, I'm very displeased with my own. I'm very displeased with my own gameplay in this. It's hard to explain, but I've already seen, you know, as you can probably tell, I'm recording commentary after the fact. I have to, because I normally only get the chance to record videos themselves. Well, first of all, if I record the commentary after the fact, then I actually have a chance to do a little bit of audio processing, which is one of the few things I'm actually halfway decent at. Like, I guarantee you right now, this is not going to sound good at all, but I'm going to have a chance to mess around with the audio levels and remove some of the excess noise in the room I'm sitting in, some of the echo from the walls, some of the noise from the fan I can look at above my head, and it's going to sound halfway decent when I'm done with it. The problem therein lies that I can only record video. I can only record videos with sound when I'm here at the public library. There are reasons for that. I've gotten into them before on some of my other videos. I don't want to get into them again right here, right now. However, that said, and just failed another mission. This time I remember to try again. That said, I usually get my chance to record videos without sound, you know, using the emulator's video recorder feature, because that's the best way to do it. Because, you know, I don't want to use an unregistered HyperCam 2 or anything like that. But because of that, I get most of my chances to record actual videos, like where I recorded this, late at night. So, you know, you figure sometime around 9, 10 o'clock at night, and for those same reasons that I only have access to recording with a microphone at the library, for those same reasons, when I do record at night, I have to record quietly. So I mean, presumably if I had a decent room with, you know, decent acoustics that didn't echo, like I can hear myself right now, if it didn't echo, if it didn't have, you know, if it was quieter, I could presumably record using the microphone on the laptop at that point. I really wish I still had my actual physical microphone, but I don't, so I'm not going to worry about it just yet. I should probably be talking about the game, but I mean, you learn everything there is to know about the game in the first 10 seconds. You drive, there's, you know, A is forward, B is back. Or, well, brake and then reverse. And then when you're in reverse, AX is a brake. You know, it is what it is. You know, you turn using left and right, up and down do nothing. Starts brings you the menu, select does nothing. At least that I can remember. I never use it anyway. You get from point A to point B. The only thing you need to do is learn how to drive in your city. When you unlock the next city, you should spend some time using the, what is it, oh man, I thought I was going to fail here again, I remember that. But use the take a ride feature. Use the take a ride feature. It allows you to drive around free of missions. You still have to worry about things like, you still have to worry about the cops and taking damage to your car, so if you drive like I do, it's not the best plan. Oh, this one's great. You know, if you, basically have to drive up to Bal Harbor, which if you've seen the map, you start at the regular forest. Bal Harbor is way up at the top, right there, and you have to, it's basically a cross-town drive. One thing you'll know is that all three of the cities in this game effectively give you a cross-town drive at the very end of the play. It's your last mission, and you succeeded, and you've proven you know the city well. That's how it is. But really, I mean, like I said, if you take the time to know the city, even if you don't learn every little nook and cranny, you should have a decent, command of what's in the city by the time you're through with the second mission. It's just all there is to it. But of course, I have no room to talk. I am really not that good at this game. I'm really not. I can't even drive straight. You see this shit? I can't even drive straight. I've tried. I can't do it. And I keep T-boning the fucking walls. I don't know. It's hard for me to... It's hard for me to get excited about this. I'm really just not that, it's not my other project. I've been side by side recording two projects. I actually started this one after the other project, but since it turned out to only be 3 videos, I kept it like that. I started this project, to complement my other project, but the other one, I'm just not as good a gamer as this, I beat this game once when I was like 14. We're talking 10 years ago. I don't even know. I beat it once a long time ago, and it was hard for me to do it then, and even now, I don't even know. But I still can learn. This trick, I probably should have known, beforehand. They tell you have to not lose this car, so how do you not lose a car? I mean, it's easy to lose a car in this game. I can beat the shit out of any car I want. I can beat the shit out of cars, especially with this. I can lose this guy. If I wanted to, I could lose him in half a second. But we're trying to lure him in, so I can't do it. So what do? Well, starting about here, I drive just fast enough that he can't hit me. Because the AI will never actually, accelerate past a certain level. I'm sure he could if he wanted to, but the AI won't let him do it. So he follows me at that pace the whole way through it. There. I mean, you think about it from a gangster point of view, that's really stupid. I mean, what are you trying to accomplish here? If somebody just hits you and then drives away very slowly, speaking from my perspective, that's really questionable at best. And look at that, I don't know, and there we go. See, he speeds up ridiculously fast when you're stopped to get a hold of you, but then as soon as you're moving, he hits that top speed and it never goes away. It's like he's not even trying, and that would concern me. Now, D'Angelo, okay, in this case, it's not the crosstown drive mission, it's the last one, it's the attack and wreck another car mission, because it's the only thing you hadn't done yet. So, you track him down, and in this case, D'Angelo's in the gold car that just drove away. That's the other thing, is they don't exactly tell you what car you're looking at until you actually get it on screen. It's the only one moving faster than traffic, because traffic is a set speed. Now, I don't know if it's a function of my own, driving with damage off, but I thought playing through this game again that I was dealing way too much damage in one hit. I just hit him twice and he's already, well, 2/3 of the way there. I don't know if that's a function of the game itself, if it's always going to be like that, but, I don't know. See, 3 hits and that's the end. Well, that's the end of Miami. As you can see, the next video is Los Angeles. So, I'll see you then.